Ready? Alert, alert, alert. Check 4.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
54. 319. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Alert. Defense, let's go. You draw Parker.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Allen's throw is complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Allen going to throw. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, it's Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes it.
Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20.
Ready. you, sir. Come on.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Escapes the defender. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Barry. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one goes for 24 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Allen. He's going to find Cobbs here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Draw play, Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On the delay, it's Howard, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Throwing on second and 14. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. On third down, this is Howard. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, remember, last year, Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, you know, and me and my crew, we got to see him. And when they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach, Ron Rivera, told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. At each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. Looking to throw on second down. Barry. Open man is Cameron Batson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Head up, 18, Gator. X3, 218, chopper. Bravo. Head up.
On first and 10, Barry. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. Matt Milano. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Barry looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sua Cravens drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Here's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
319. 57's the mic. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
On first down, it's Carson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Here we go, G, get off the field. 5.
A first down carry by Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off play action. Barry nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Howard. And an alley. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready?
Back to throw. Barry. And that's Elliott, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Push him back.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Hill one more time. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go with Howard again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running with Howard. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On play action, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Alert, alert, alert. Regular.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Dallas, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall.